got a visitor today. My friend came over and I got this cup. It says coffee in one hand and confidence in the other hand. So here we go. I'm so happy about all the views I got yesterday on my channel, all the people that got to view my channel yesterday, 500 and some people. So I am so happy about that. So let's keep the momentum going. And today we're doing chakras today. All signs chakra reading. And we're going to see what chakras you need to work on to have a better life every day. So we're going to do all signs. And we're going to start off with the archangel as usual. And I'm just going to write down all the signs and then we'll get started. And yeah, I've got my chakra cards. And I also got my other chakra cards. So, and then then we'll clarify. I don't even know what. I think I'm going to use my wisdom cards to clarify today because wisdom cards will give you a lot of wisdom about what you need to do. And I love reading the oracles. Where's my wisdom cards? Oh, they're right here. They're right here. All right. So I'll just wait for a few minutes for people to come in, and I'm just gonna write down the zodiac signs, and then we'll get started. And it's going by the book. That's the top of the card here. So going by the book with the knowledge that you learn, wisdom, knowledge, divine. See the 11 there? Your divine knowledge and wisdom that will guide you. All right. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. So yesterday I did an all signs energy check-in, and there's a lot of love situations going on in all the readings. So I do a general energy check-in once a month, and I did that reading yesterday. That's already timestamped. So if you're waiting for your sign on here, you could go watch that one. I didn't post it in the link, but it'll be the last live that I did, the last live video I did. So you can go check that out if you're not on your sign and you're wanting to know about your sign. Just go click on that, and we'll get started. All right. So how's everybody? Say hello in the chat. Thank you for the liking in my videos and stuff. And so let's get started. The first angel is prioritized. Archangel Metatron. Prioritize. Focus on your higher priorities, and I will help you get organized and motivated. Hello, everybody. Hello. And then, so I was already thinking of doing the chakras today, and it's funny how this angel came out. I thought about it before I even pulled the angel messages. So the angels confirmed that was the reading that I was supposed to do today. And so Archangel Raziel, clear audience. I am helping you with your spiritual. I'm helping you with your spiritual sight to fully awaken. And this is, prioritizing your life for higher, better purpose in your life and clearing your chakras. And this is going to help you to overcome difficulties in your life like grief, sadness, all those emotions like your mind, the emotions that your mind leaves you with, and your heart, and your emotions that, sad emotions and all that. Overcoming difficulties. It says, Archangel Jeremiah, you have the worst is now behind you, and you have surmounted any previous challenges, and you can now surmount any previous challenges. So you can overcome anything else that you're doing, because the worst is already behind you. The worst has already happened to you. So this is about healing And then we have outdoors. I just went outside. We have winter again. 2 days ago we had spring, and now we're in Canada. So 2 days ago we had spring, and then yesterday snow blizzard, and then today snowing again. Anyways, outdoors, Archangel Jovial, go outside, get fresh air, connect with nature, release stress, and gain new perspective ideas. So I did go outside, get some fresh air. I take my garbage out in the mornings. I do my cat litter, and then I take the garbage out in the morning. So it gives me an excuse to go outside. So we have Archangel Raziel, take back your power, your God-given power and intentions to manifest blessings in your life. So don't give away your power to other people. You know what I mean? Keep it to yourself. And we have healthy lifestyle. Archangel Raphael, eat healthy, get lots of sleep. And when we don't get sleep, we feel yucky, right? So we got to get sleep and eat right and get rest and exercise. So later on today, we're going to do yoga because I didn't do it last week, so we're catching up today. So healthy lifestyle. And the bottom of the deck, we have Archangel Samuel. I am with you in your. I'm helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationship. So have the courage to stand up for what you believe in. All right? So let's get started. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Or should I do tarot? I'm going to clarify. You know what? I'm going to clarify with tarot. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to clarify with tarot. We did the wisdom cards a couple of days ago, so we'll use a different deck. We're going to use this deck today. And to clarify our cards. Oh, look at the bottom of the deck. The 10 of Cups. The bottom of the deck. This is a nice deck too. But it also has your chakras in it and stuff like that. So that's why I like using these tarot cards to clarify. It does help you with extra clarifications on the chakras and stuff like that. So we're going to get started with Aries. I'm going to scroll right down at Aries. It's going to be at 806. 806. All right, we're just gonna shuffle the cards. Whatever comes out, this is what you gotta work on. And these are general, so take what resonates, leave the rest behind. All right, let's see. Because I'm reading for a lot of different Aries, so not everything is gonna resonate. All right, let's see. Aries. What is Aries needs to work on the most on their chakras? What is the areas of the chakras that Aries needs the most work on? What is the chakras that Aries needs to do some work on? Angels and spirit guides are highest good. As soon as we do that, the angels bring out the messages. So you got to work on on your heart, like feeling like you're always being tricked when it comes to your heart. So don't allow your mind to get you there. Like, so as soon as someone uh, so you always think that people are wanting to trick you, right? This is the bottom of your energy. You always feel like that people are wanting to trick you. So the cards that I see here is pray. So pray for like recharging your batteries. This also the yellow card, which is your solar plex. So I'm gonna read you the solar plex. Do I want to read them? Do I want to read these right now? Let's see. And then you have enlightenment, which is Archangel Raziel here, helping you to awaken your spiritual sight fully, so you can clearly like see where where what is coming to you. So let's read the card of the chakra, and I'll tell you. I'm gonna have to put my glasses on to do this. So your solar plex blockages is your third chakra, which often experiencing through diagnostic of issues with the so this can actually affect you personally, like your body, your urinary tract, your heartburn, or eating disorder, stuff like that. This is like your solar plex is like you're feeling good about yourself, your confidence and stuff like that. So your upper abdominal in the middle of your stomach, it's the yellow one. It's your self-esteem. So basically, your self-esteem. Don't don't allow your self-esteem to be wavered. Pray for enlightenment, so that you don't get tricked. Okay, so pray for enlightenment, so you don't get tricked. You don't feel tricked. That's what I want to say. Let's see. Tell me more about this. You got this like double solar plex, and this is about not trusting your heart. So you have a hard time trusting your heart. So somebody may have broke your heart, really betrayed you when it comes to your heart. So you've prayed, and you will see your growth. Okay, you will see your growth. Do you see all the growth, all the things that you can see once you've been enlightened by the Most High? Let's see. What are you praying for enlightenment? What are you wanting to know? What are you wanting to know that will help you with your self-esteem and your happiness for Aries? What do you need to know to help you with to recharge your batteries? To recharge your batteries. Ground your emotions. Queen of Cups. Ground your feminine emotions, your feelings. Make sure that you have like cleansing baths. Do the cleansing baths. Salt water. It also softens your bath, like salt in your water in your bath will soften the water. You can also put herbs in your bath and make an affirmation of cleansing and do a prayer while you get in your bath. And that's going to help you to clear your emotions as well. And this is going to help you to see your Ten of Cups. So that enlightenment is going to be you seeing your happily ever after. Maybe you already have it, but you just don't trust it because your heart's been broken so many times. So you just feel like you're just waiting for it to all come crumbling down, right? So don't do that, because then you can manifest that, right? Sometimes we manifest our fears by letting our fears control our thoughts. Anyways, how can you get over this feeling like tricked when it comes to love? You already got your wish, Aries. That's how you'll know not to trust it, because you've already got what you wished for. You already got your happily ever after. You got your happy family, and that is what you wished for. So don't allow your emotions to ruin it for yourself. Like, don't sabotage yourself, all right? You're suddenly realizing that when you lead with love, this is the aha moment that you're getting, that if you lead with love, see, this is where it is. You always go back to, like the devil and the Five of Cups, right? Like that's the fear. That is the fear, but you've learned from whatever hurt you. The Hermit. You've learned from whatever you hurt you, so you need to learn to trust yourself. And getting enough sleep, exercising, and eating healthy will help you to be more balanced in your life as well. It'll help you take back your power. Make sure you go outside, you get fresh air, connect with nature, gain new perspective ideas. This is going to help you overcome these obstacles that you're facing in your life. You already have everything you prayed for. So the enlightenment is here to let you know that don't let the past creep back in, where you felt like you weren't, your love wasn't accepted. Final message for advice. Make sure you find balance in your mind and realize how much, how hard you work for this. Teamwork makes the dream work. Nostalgia, you got positive thoughts, positive memories about teamwork makes the dream work. So just balance out your mind and walk away from whatever is not your 10 of cups and your 9 of cups. Now you know. Now you know what it is because you already have it for some of you. All right? So even when things are difficult, don't let fear take you over. All right? It's saying that you've already overcome a lot of the difficulties in your life. All right, Aries, that's what I got for you. Let's go to Taurus. Any Tauruses in here? This is going to be a chill reading. I'm not going to try to rush through it because this is a healing reading. So if you hear my son hacking out there, he's got some phlegm he's getting rid of. Sorry about that. Sorry about the noise out there. But this is life, that's life. We are living. We are living our life. All right, let's go to Taurus at 1628. 1628. All right, for Taurus, what is the chakras that Taurus needs to do some work on? What is the chakras that Taurus needs to do some work on? What is the chakras Taurus needs to do some work on? Self-worth and rejection. Know your self-worth and don't, once you know your self-worth, you're not going to always feel rejected. You're not going to feel like that you don't belong or that you're not good enough or like, you always feel like you're not being accepted. So you're learning self-worth. You're learning to trust that you are good enough, that you are, that you are good enough. You're not going to be rejected. Don't think that way. All right. Let's see. So you have some trust issues with self-worth. Perspective, bittersweet, and faded. Something was faded. Something was fate. Like you meeting someone, you meeting someone that made you happy, that may have guided you. That was fate. So see it from a different perspective. See it from a different perspective. See, this is your heart. What is your heart telling you about it, right? And then also bittersweet. So may not be what, there may be something that, may not be exactly what you thought it would be, but it's bittersweet. So when you see things from a different perspective, it's a bittersweet situation. And you're not rejected. You just felt that way because you had some trust issues. And compassion here, we have trust that you are good enough. For some of you could be, you could learn something from someone here. You maybe read for someone, an elder person like, a grandma, grandpa, or somebody older here. It's a feminine. But if you are a feminine Taurus, then maybe you could be like, you could be an oracle for someone. You could help. You could learn a lot from like somebody with wisdom. Like meet some friends that are like wise friends. Meet a wise friend. A wise friend that you could be like if you are the younger person, meet a wise friend that could tell you stuff, and you could be like reading them stories. And they could be telling you stories, right? So that could be bittersweet here. This could also be a birthday. Ooh. Oh, the tarot cards just fell right on the floor. All my cards just fell right on the floor here. One even flipped over. And look at what's underneath it, the Two of Cups. All right, we're going to clarify here. You have some trust issues when it comes to your happiness. And something was fate, like you meeting someone. You also, like if you are a males, if you're two males, an older or younger male, like you helped each other. Like if you are female or male, if you are a younger and older person, you learned from each other, you helped each other, and something was fated here. This was meant to be. So this is going to help you with your trust issues as well, and learning that you are worth it, your self-worth. See, there's the both orange. Being there for someone, you learn to love yourself. You learn that you are worth it. And when you've been feeling like rejected, you may have been feeling rejected by religions, churches, etc., right? But there is someone here that is that loves you, and maybe see it from their point of view, maybe see it from a different perspective. This is about your heart. This is about your heart chakra, and also like something that was meant to, like, this was made you happy, whether you were the older person or the younger person. Meeting someone like that, you were fated to guide someone. If you were the older person, and you learned from each other, you learned a lot from each other. Maybe you mirrored each other. Maybe you saw something in each other that you could help each other with, and it was something was bittersweet here. This is also a birthday. So let's see, how can you learn to really see how passionate your passion, and learn about loving yourself, and be more passionate about yourself, and knowing that you are not rejected. So this is how you can learn to trust yourself, by healing your energy, healing yourself. You are a healer, you are a star. Like, all your dreams are coming true. So it may not be exactly how, the divine has a different plan than we do sometimes. And eventually we learn what it is. And then we're like, aha, makes sense. I'm glad I didn't take that other one, right? Thank you, everybody, for blowing up my chat. I love it. With beautiful emojis. How can you learn to love yourself and know that you're not rejected? And see the different perspective. Having faith. Having more faith. Taking more chances. How can you see the different perspective that something was meant to be here? Something was meant to happen here. Whatever, see, when you see things, once you're ground, once you have, like, once you see things from a different perspective, that something was meant to happen here, you see things from a different perspective, it's gonna help you to feel really grounded and stable in your emotions. And it's going to open up your heart chakra. What is this bittersweet? This could be a birthday. You may yeah, Taurus birthday is not far away. You could be a friend that has a birthday. What is this bittersweet here? Something may have left you complacent, in the past. If you're, sadness, all this winter stuff and all this stuff that you see on social media may have left you complacent, right? All the things that you see, and maybe through the winter, right? It may have left you a little complacent, right? But doing the work will bring you miracles, okay? For some of you, the worst is, like, for all of you that I'm reading today, the worst is now behind you, whatever you've gone through. So I said the bittersweet, this is going to be a message from spirit that comes into you. It's going to be like a message that comes to you, not from a person, but like from your own spirit's going to tell you something that was bittersweet. So you're gonna understand why something happened, and this is going to allow you to really go after your miracles and take that action. And this is the Knight of Wands. This is like the most passionate knight. Somebody that's excited again. It's happy again to do something. Hello. We're doing Taurus reading right now. We just did Aries, and then next we're going to do Gemini. I'm doing good. How are you? Thank you for being here. What is the final message? Don't leave yourself out. Don't allow yourself to learn to love yourself, and don't leave yourself out, okay? You're not left out. So let down your guard, because I see that your guard's up. You feel like there's always going to be somebody that wants to fight with you, right? You staying peaceful. You may be protecting your peace as well. For some of you, you're protecting your peace, right? So things are going to happen really quickly for you, for some of you. So you may be protecting yourself against a Leo or somebody that wants to fight all the time. Um, and you learned that, you don't need to be left out in the cold. So things are going to happen for you. Miracles are going to happen for you. All right? You just got to come out of this complacency, you know. Go into the real world and see what it's like. Don't just believe everything you see on screen, right? So that's what I see for you, okay? And there's going to be a message that comes in from spirit that's going to guide you, and it's going to allow you to know what something that was bittersweet, something had to happen, okay? So I just split it here. You are worth it. You're learning your self-worth. You're learning to be the King of Pentacles, someone that's grounded, stable, mature, authentic, down to earth. Also somebody that's very wise, somebody that has a lot of passion. You solve your own problems. Yeah, you're learning to solve your own problems. That's what I got for Taurus. All right? So go talk to that person you want to talk to, that you want to have that Four of Wands with. Go talk to them. Page of Wands came out, so that means go talk to them. You are worth it. Oh, Capricorn it's all in order. All the signs are in order. So Capricorn is towards the end, but like I said, if you guys are waiting for your sign, you could always go check out the other reading I did yesterday, and they're all time stamped. So you go watch that one. That one was a love reading, so you'll really enjoy that one. And they all turned out to be love readings. So I did an energy reading yesterday, but they all turned out to be love. So go check that one out if you're waiting for your sign. And we're going to go to Gemini now. And so that is the third sign. So we go through the signs from Aries all the way to Pisces. And we do them in order. So thank you for being here, everybody. And I appreciate all your likes. I appreciate that so much. And all your love. I feel it. I'm an empath, you guys, so I feel it. So the more love you guys send me through the chat, the more I tap in with your energy. All right, Geminis. Let's see, Geminis are going to be at 28:30. 28:30. I'm really trying to come on every day. Sometimes my energy isn't right to do a reading either, you know what I mean? So I don't do it all the time. But I'm trying to do it every day. To come on, do some sort of reading every day. So yeah. And always the angel messages are always at the beginning of the reading. So, all right, Geminis. What is the chakras that Geminis need to work on? What is the chakras that Geminis need to work on? Oh yeah, and if you guys want a personal reading, private and personal reading, you can reach out to me in my email. Send me your questions. Send me the PayPal, the amount that for the question, like if one question, two questions that you have or whatever. All right. All right. Let's see. What is some of the chakras that Geminis need to start working on? Gemini, Sun, Rising, and Venus. All right. All right. All right. So, okay. Ooh. Okay. So you need to work on like feeling confused. Like Geminis, you are an air sign, so your mind is always thinking, right? So for some of you may feel confused at times, right? But when you feel confused, you have somebody putting their arms around you and protecting you energetically, okay? Geminis, when you're feeling like you don't know what to do, All right, so you need to work on your compassion. You need to work on trusting that you have the compassion to do the things that you wanting to do, to be there for someone, to help someone, to, maybe to get some guidance from someone, to get, depends on who you are in the reading. If you're the younger or the older person, right? If you're the older person, you may like have someone read for you, read stories, you be giving them advice, your wise advice. So be more open to trusting the advice of the advice that you get, and also trust yourself more in if what you do, right? If you're this person right here. And don't believe everybody when it comes to love. Don't believe that everybody's just trying to come take from you, okay? Trying to rob you of your goodness, right? So that came in reverse. So it's saying you have some issues with your heart chakra, like, trusting people's love, trusting people that, that are not just going to take from you and they're actually going to love you. So you have to still work on your self-worth too, Geminis. All right. You have to learn to love yourself and know that you are worth it. Okay. And know that when you're feeling confused and when you're isolating yourself, know that there is someone hugging you, okay? Energetically. So renew yourself, Geminis. Learn to renew yourself and see it from a different perspective as well. See things from a different perspective when you're feeling very confused. All right, let's see. What is this compassion here for Geminis? How can Geminis learn to have more compassion? How does Geminis learn more to have more compassion? So I think you already have a lot of compassion, Geminis, and I think you doubt yourself. I think that's what keeps you up at night sometimes. You worry about it, that you're not, you know, that you don't have enough, that you don't trust yourself, as well. This is also the solar plex. So you worry a lot about, like, doing the right thing or the wrong thing. I think you need to get over that, like, the worry about it. Worry creates more worry, right? Worrying that you're not good enough is going to create more worry. So you may worried about, like, also third parties. You may be worried about, like, third parties out there when it comes to, somebody, right? Why you worried? Why you so worried, Geminis? Justice. Because you wanting justice, you wanting things to be fair. Use your intuition to set your moral compass, so your boundaries, you know. So what is morally right with you? What is morally not right with you? So if you're worried about something, you know, find the balance within you. Do what's right for you. Don't don't worry about the other. Do what's right for you. If it's against your morals, then then say that, right? So what is this? Why are you feeling tricked when it comes to love? How can you learn to trust love again? How can you learn to trust love again, Geminis? By really grounding your masculine emotions. Like if you're a masculine Gemini, then really learn to take charge, be your own boss, set your own boundaries, set your own standards. Um, Also, lead, be the leader. Show people how to love. How can you learn to love yourself and not feel confused all the time? Your clear communication allows you to express what what is best for everyone. So that's how you learn to trust yourself, and that you are your self-worth is, you know the right thing. You know how to do the right thing. You know what's fair. You have clear communication. You express yourself openly and honestly to everyone. So that is what, that's why you need to love yourself. And that's why you need to know your worth. And you are the Empress, you know. So find your balance, Gemini. How can you stop being confused? How can you stop being confused about your worth? Because you already are very independent. You know just know that you are how independent you are. And you do things on your own. You don't need anybody's help. So this is why that's why you can trust yourself. And just because someone doesn't see that you are that you are divine love doesn't mean that you're not, okay? That's not your problem if somebody doesn't see that you are their divine love. You know what I mean? If you showed somebody who you are when it comes that you know that you are there and you are pure love, they don't see that. That's a dim problem, okay? You are unconditional love. You are very loved, Geminis. And you are loved for your independence too. You are very independent and you are loved for that. All right, Geminis, that's what I got for you. Well, thank you for the information. But yes, I will listen. You're welcome. All right, now we're going to move to Cancerians. Cancerians, the little Krabby Patties. Where's all the little Krabby Patties? Let's turn the Krabby Patties into Happy Patties. All right, 3708. 3708. All the readings, they seem to be about 10 minutes long. You know what I mean? All my readings always seem to be about 10 minutes long to explain it properly. All right. Let's see. Oh, miracles are coming in for you. So, miracles are coming for you. So, learn to be happy again. I ask what you need to work on. So, this is something that you need to work on, Cancer, is to know that miracles are going to come in. And you may be grieving, you know, so you may not see it, so may not trust it that miracles are coming in, but miracles are coming in. You need to trust that because sometimes we don't even think about miracles when we're grieving because we just want to be happy again. We don't even think about, asking for miracles, right? Um, Perception. It's how you see things. Like so recovering, so once you recover you'll be able to see it different. We see things differently when we're healed, our emotions are healed, so then we see the miracles coming in. So you may not see if a miracle comes in, but you need to see it from your perception of it. What is a miracle to you? And this is your heart chakra. So what makes your heart happy? And recovering is also understanding your spiritual truth. So once you recover, you get the key to understanding and seeing. You have a different perception of it once you recover. So that's why recovery is important, because even if miracles are being offered to you, you wouldn't be able to see them, Cancer. So once you see the miracles and your perception changes about it, that's when the expansion happens. That's when the energy can expand. So you may have been living in vanity uh, because of grief, So you may have not been able to see something that would make you very happy. Let's see. What is this miracle that you're not seeing what is it that you need to know about, like healing and being able to see this miracle of love that's coming in, that's going to make you happy, and also it's going to help you to recover. Yeah, Give the burdens to the angels. Drop your burdens and give them to the angels. That's when you carry a lot of burdens around, you don't see the good things. So when we're sad, we don't see the good things. When when we're in grief, we don't see the good things. We worry. We don't see how we can work with others, how teamwork makes the dream work. We don't see any of it, right? So healing, recharging, make sure that you're charged, your battery's charged. Make sure you heal your heart. You see things from um, your perception of it may not be exactly what it actually is. So learn to work things. How do I say this? Learn to stop worrying about things so much. Like, so this is also Capricorn energy, but it was in reverse. So like responsibilities and stuff like that. Um, Worrying about them isn't going to help you, right? To work with others. And if you drop your burdens and you give them to the angels, then you will see things from a different perspective, and this is going to help you recover, and this is going to help you to expand your energy. Communication. All right. What is it that you need to see here? What is it that you need to see about your healing journey that you're already on, that you will be able to see the miracles again? What is it that you we have the Tower. So you're always expecting the unexpected, eh? So you're always expecting things to fall apart. Don't do that. Like, don't expect it. See, drop the burdens, stop the worries, and then you'll be able to see the miracles, and know that this is part of your recovery. What is this expanding? What are you not seeing? What are you not seeing? So you're not seeing something that's being hidden from you. Why is it being hidden from you? Why is this hidden from you? The Moon card. Something is hidden from you because we have the Eight of Cups in reverse. So something's hidden from you because it's not want you to walk away yet, because, or doesn't want you to know yet, because you may walk away from something, and then you may not be able to manifest. So you gotta wait and watch and learn. So we got the Queen of Swords. So you gotta wait, watch, and learn. Wait, watch, and learn. So you don't miss this opportunity. Because if you knew everything right now, you'd miss the opportunity. Because you're not healed. So something's hidden from you right now. Because right now you would sabotage it. Because you wouldn't. So that's why the healing is important. The healing is important. You got to drop the burdens. Yeah, we can't manifest miracles if we worried about things. Because, yeah. So there is going to be something that's going to be expanding. But if you're living in your vanity and in grief and, and workaholic, and you just like, you're not taking time for yourself, you're not going to be able to see it. So even if someone says, hey, you want to go out? Or if somebody's flirting with you, you wouldn't even know it if somebody's flirting with you. You know what I mean? You wouldn't see that. That was a little bit like interesting for me to do Cancer. It was a little bit hard to do Cancer today. I don't know. Like, yeah. So maybe you want to get a private reading. I don't know. All right, let's go to Leo. 4526. 4526. Yeah, so I don't know what that was about, but there's something that you're not supposed to really know all about yet because you would sabotage it. So you got to heal a little bit more, Cancer. All right? I hope that helped. If it doesn't, don't take it. All right? If it doesn't sound like a story, don't even take it. All right? But it shows me that you have a lot of burden and you're burdened about something. All right, let's see. What does Leo need to work on when it comes to their chakras? What does Leo need to work on when it comes to the chakras? You love my kitties? I got 3 of them in here. Yeah, we got Sage. Come here, Sage. You want to come sit with Mama? She'll come and sit over here. She likes to sit on my spot where I read. All right, Leos, what chakras does Leos need to work on? What chakras does Leos need to work on? Your victim mentality. When it comes to your heart chakra. Feeling victimized, like always seeing that you're the victim. Yeah, don't make yourself the victim. Be the survivor. That's better than being a victim. All right. Let's see. What else do Leos need to work on? What chakras does Leos need to work on? So you need to work on your heart chakra. All right. Any other chakras Leos need to work on? Okay, that's when they'll come out, eh? All right. So creation at the bottom of the deck, learning how to create with energy, how to use energy. You know, energy is nor bad or good. It can be transmuted. So if you have a lot of like, you know, negative energy, let's say, like you have a lot of energy, it can be turned into something very positive because you have the energy. Sometimes people have a lot of ideas, but they don't have the energy, the mental energy or the physical energy to get something done, right? So, yeah. So any energy, negative energy can be, you know, very strong sometimes. So if we use that to turn it into something positive, then that can be a good thing, right? So, anyways, you need to work on root, grounding yourself, also your heart, and also your root chakra. So you're maybe a little bit in complacency, feeling displaced, and you know, like the winter time has been long. We understand. Like I understand. I live in Canada. So there may have been some confusion. You know, you may have been feeling confused, but as you're feeling confused and feeling complacency, there is someone here that's helping you energetically, hugging you, you know, keeping you safe energetically, right? So you need to heal the victim mentality. Say I'm a survivor, not a victim. Learn to say I'm a survivor instead of I'm a victim. We've all been victimized, but we can overcome the victimization and become a survivor. Okay? Being a survivor is a lot better than being a victim because once you're a victim and you believe that you're a victim for life, then every time something is going to victimize you. Okay? So if we don't want to keep being a victim, then we need to start surviving and becoming the survivor and then becoming the thriver, right? So self-esteem. So you work on your trust issues, um, your mind. Like don't let your mind go wild, you know. And this is going to help you to create. Like, and you know, this is like that gray energy, but this is creation, right? So create when you're having all those um thoughts that you don't know what they are. Like use your imagination and create something beautiful at that time, right? That's what I do. I do coloring, whatever art, color, adult art and stuff like that. I made a bunch of bookmarks from it, from the adult art. That's something you can do. Create something. You know, when you're feeling like don't have no energy to do nothing, do something very simple like art, like crafts, like stuff like that. It helps you to create positive energy. Yeah. We create our own energy. All right, Leos, let's see. How can you overcome the victim mentality? We have the Ten of Swords because it's over. You know, what happened to you is over. That's why. That's how you can start healing. That you're not a victim anymore. Now you're starting to heal. You're on your healing journey, right? So because something ended and was very painful and it made you a victim, yes, but it left you in complacent, it left you ungrounded, it left you unstable, like it left you confused. So healing from that, learning to love yourself, learning to know that you are worth it and you are the creative sign. You can create and you can turn that energy into creative stuff. Let's see. How can you overcome this complacency and confusion and learn to ground yourself and on your mind and also physically? And learn to love yourself. By listening to spirit. Listen to your spirit, your soul. What is your soul telling you? Do some, listen to the messages from God, right? It says also take action. So when you're getting those ideas to create, when you're getting those ideas to create, persevere. Don't give up. Maybe you work with someone, have faith. Faith creates everything together. See, that's the sign here. Look. You have all the tools. It's like the magician, right? But when it comes to faith, right? So wisdom will help you with this all this stuff too, learning to love yourself. So what is the message? What's the final message here for that was stuck there in my other cards. What is your final message here for Leos on learning self-worth and taking action and you're being more confident? Because whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. The Wheel of Fortune, right? So that's why, because it didn't kill you. Yes, it was very painful what you went through, but it didn't kill you, right? So you're still here, right? So yeah, somebody really hurt you, and this could have been for some of you. This could have been someone you had a family with, right? Or this could have been at work as well. But I feel like maybe this person has already or is going to apologize for hurting you, right? Let's see. I gotta sit back. This is not comfortable. I have not found a comfortable chair yet. So, why is the moon card here with the tower? So, it's showing me that, you are stable. If you're masculine or feminine, you have everything you need to create. So you let go of the pain, because when we hang on to pain, it stops us from creating. It stops us from moving forward when we hang on to pain. So you have all the love you need. All right? You have all the support and all the love that you need. And also, whether you're male or female, you are very well on your own. You're good. All right, Leos, that's what I got for you. So learn to trust yourself more and learn to overcome the victim mentality and just know that you are a survivor. You survived it. You're still here. All right, Leos. Now we're going to move on to Virgos. Actually, today I'm actually feeling like it's a little bit, the momentum is a little bit more faster than it was yesterday when I was doing the reading. But this is more of a healing reading. This is not so complicated because when yesterday I was doing like energy reading, it was very complicated because when you're doing an energy reading, you're doing all the energy around you and all the people that you deal with, right? So if there's anything that you need to know about that, that's what's on yesterday's reading. All right, Virgos are going to be at 5534. 5534. Yeah, I kind of stopped having moderators on here because I didn't have the right moderators for this channel. And I need some reader channel moderators, some moderators that know how to do reading channels. So if any of you guys know how to do timestamps and post other links in my chat and stuff like that, then I am open for some new moderators. All right, Virgos. What is something that Virgos need to work on? What is something that Virgos need to work on? Vanity. What else does Virgos need to work on? So, really talking about vanity, like what are you feeling? Because that's the blue, that's your throat chakra, so you need to work on speaking about things more. Communicate things more and find your balance. Like, yeah, you need to work on, you know, finding the balance. You may be unbalanced with a few people in your life when it comes to spiritual. This could be like, it could be spiritual connections. So this is your, like, so you also need to work on your instinct. So that came out in reverse. So that shows me that you're not trusting your instinct. And yeah, you feel rejected. You may feel rejected too, right? So, it's all about the perception. It's all about how you see things. So our how we see things isn't always how others see things, right? So when you're in vanity mode, you may feel rejected if you're feeling like vanity, like nobody understands you, right? Let's see, what is vanity? What is vanity here for Virgos? How can you help them with that? So, okay, so it fell on the card, Archangel Jovial, go outside, get fresh air, connect with nature, gain release stress, and gain new perspective ideas. So, what you're in vanity about is moving away from a decision that you thought was going to make you happy. So that's the vanity part, okay? So there, you may have been fantasizing, okay? I'm just going to say it. You may have been fantasizing about like like a soulmate or a relationship, a decision about a relationship, and moving away from someone or moving to calmer waters with someone, and spreading your wings and flying, like being happy, right? Um, be mindful of what you take with you when you leave a situation. Um, how can you celebrate the love in your life today? How can you celebrate the love in your life today? So you may be waiting and waiting and saying, you don't need to wait to celebrate love. You can celebrate it every day with yourself. And on the bottom of the deck here is your, basically, we got Taurus Gemini energy here. It says you think things through from all perspective. So that's how you are the analyzer, you analytical person. So how can you heal the vanity? By spreading your wings Don't take with you that you don't want to. If something you don't like, don't take it with you to the next place, right? How can you find balance? Everything has turned out well. Enjoy your success. So everything has turned out well, and you will find justice and balance. Everything will balance out, and then everything will work out for you. So don't stay in vanity mode, because listen to your instinct, okay? What is your instincts telling you? You need to listen to your positive instincts. What is your instincts telling you? They're telling you the truth. Your instincts are telling you that's your intuition talking to you. What does it say? My eyes are terrible. That's your intuition card, and you will be successful. You will don't allow yourself to feel this way. Have a different perception. Perception and perspection. So, sometimes it could be, if you're thinking about somebody and they're not giving you what you want or what you think they should, or what you think, or like you're feeling like rejected by someone here, see it from it's all about the perceptions, how you see things. And it could be just grief. Somebody could be going through grief right now. You know what I mean? That could be a thing, but you may not see it like that. You could be going through grief right now. So, what is the final message here for Virgos when it comes to their heart chakra? Things will turn around for you, okay? Things you don't see everything yet. Be careful that your imagination doesn't basically run away with you. Make sure that your logic around, make sure you use your logic mind, and whatever didn't kill you made you stronger. So you will find your peace and your home and your happiness. So walk away from anything that doesn't serve you emotionally. Don't take it with you either. So if you can't move the calmer waters with someone or something, then move away from it, but don't take it with you. Release it. All right, we're halfway through, guys. We're in Libras. Any Libras in the chat? 103.17. 103.17 for Libras. Let me see if anybody's on YouTube. If you guys have questions or whatever, that if you have not reading questions, but if you have questions and you're talking in my chat here with me and I didn't answer you, don't think I'm ignoring you. I really have to do the best reading I can, and so I have to tap in. So, but anyways, if you want to leave comments later in the chat, I mean in the comments, leave comments. That really helps my video too. And also, you can ask me questions or whatever, and I could give you a general, not like personal questions, but I mean in general, if you have a general collective question for everybody, and put it in the comments, I will give you an answer. All right. Let's go to Libras. All right, Libras, what do you need to work on, Libras? What chakras do you need to work on? I'm getting a little bit tired. I should have been drinking my coffee. It's probably cold now. All right, Libras. What are the chakras that Libras need to work on? Angels and spirit guides and advice. Good. And remember, the angels are here to help. So go back to the beginning of the reading. Once you watch your reading, go back to the beginning and listen to the angels again. That's good advice. So then they remind you again of what it is, right? All right. So you need to, Libras, you need to work on your insecurities when it comes to your heart. You're not opening your heart to anybody. You need to open your heart. So you need to work on that. You need to work on your heart chakra. I mean, not your heart chakra. Feeling safe, feeling secure. Okay? So you're not opening your heart because you're not feeling stable, grounded, and somebody's hurt your heart. So basically, this is like, to me, kind of like the heart chakra, but it's actually the root chakra. But the root chakra makes you feel unsafe. When you're feeling like this, it makes you feel like you can't open your heart to anyone. You have to put your arms in front of your heart so your heart doesn't, so nobody can see your heart. You feel like, when you're feeling unsafe, you feel like somebody could come in and, hurt you. Um, so we're gonna find out how you can feel more secure, feel more confident and secure in your life. All right? I really don't like to see this for Libras. I don't like to see you like that, Libras. Insecure about your stability. Look at this. So you need to work on your joy. And something was something was faded here as well. So this something that was, there, you may have been on like a journey or something like this. This is something that was faded, okay? So you need to learn to believe that don't let that um, put doubt in your, if something like, something happened here that brought you joy, and you need to open up to joy, okay? So you brought a lot of enlightenment, and this is bringing somebody a lot of happiness, okay? Whoever this person is that you helped, Libra, you may have taken somebody by the hand and led them, you know, and you need to know that this is going to bring you a lot of joy, and you brought this person a lot of enlightenment. You helped this person to understand. You brought them a lot of wisdom. You taught them a lot about happiness and joy, okay? So you need to know this so you can trust yourself, because you need to learn that you are you are somebody that is needs to be also secure and loved and feeling like you're safe, okay? Because you've helped someone else here see the light and see the joy, and it was meant to happen this year. But you may have felt like that you were just leading them into the clouds, confusion, but you didn't. You did not. Okay? So that may be why you're feeling insecure. I want you to be proud of yourself, Libra, okay? Why are you feeling insecure, Libra? Okay, everything is going to balance out. This card got stuck in the cards. All right? This is your card here. There's going to be... So if there was fighting in the past, this is all going to balance out between you and two other people. All right? So you brought a lot of enlightenment. So... and clarity and truth. And you taught this person a lot too. So you need to be proud of yourself, Libra. Okay? Speak your mind to solve speak your mind to solve your problems. What is making you feel insecure? What is making you feel like you can't open your heart, that you're not safe, and it's not safe to talk about it, huh? What is making you feel that way? All right? So talk about how you want to celebrate, how you want to have fun, what you want to do. How can we help Libra feel more secure? How can we help Libra feel more secure when it comes to their heart and being able to be more open with their heart? Okay, so you are very stable, grounded. You are somebody that is, down to earth. Um, You focus on your home, your family, and you will have success as well. So when you feel trapped, when it seems like you're trapped, you're really not. That's only in your mind, okay? So you don't see this yet. So be ready for every opportunity you have worked for, okay? And also be careful that your imagination does not cause you to have to um, think of things that aren't there, okay? Don't allow your imagination to overthink. So, yeah, that's the worries, okay? So give the worries to the angels. Don't leave yourself out of good things, okay? You've done good. Things are going to turn in your favor, okay? So whatever didn't kill you made you stronger. What is some positive advice here for, like, what is this enlightenment here and joy and faded for Libras when it comes to their chakras? Wow. So the joy that you enlighten someone could have been a Taurus, but this is going to bring you success, okay, and new starts. You may even go back to school. It says that, I'm just put the glasses on so we can see better, huh? How about that? Okay, so it says, understand your higher beliefs, values, and personal boundaries. So you may have shown someone about the higher beliefs, like taught somebody how to have success in your life. Take action on your ideas, your higher ideas, and this is going to bring you enlightenment and joy in your life. So something happened for better or worse, okay? So whatever happened was what it was, for better, for the worse, it's done. It's over. So now find your balance. You think things through from all perspective. So there's your card right there. And you have the higher perspective, you have the higher understanding and higher beliefs. You value personal boundaries as well. So put them up for yourself, right? And take action on your idea that you have. So trust that that's going to bring you joy, and it's going to bring you joy, and also it's going to help you to overcome the grief and learn to renew yourself. So be patient with yourself as well. As you're healing, be patient with yourself and learn to love yourself a little more. And don't believe everything you hear on TV as well either. All right? Don't become decepting, or don't believe all the deceptive stuff I meant. Learn from the wisdom and go with your instincts. That's what I'm going to say, Libra. Yeah. You still got your guard up and you're still not open your heart, but you are very independent, okay? You will be very independent because you already are. You just have to believe that you are as well. Because I feel like there's a lot of this is in your mind that you're not feeling, you're feeling insecure. Your insecurities are like because your heart was broken. It was very painful, but it's over, right? So, but this is bringing you, like, whatever you learned from that is bringing you to the higher, more better boundaries in your life. Like, you don't have to put up with so much crap with people. All right, Libras, that was your reading. Your advice is just, Learn to love yourself more. All right. We are on Saggies. Saggy Wedgies. Saggy Wedgies are going to be at 1:15:16. 1:15:20. Okay. 1:15:20. For Saggies. My glasses bother me. They're bifocals. Alright, let's see. For Saggies. What is the chakras that you need to work on? That you need to do some work on? So the quest, if you've been, asked to take someone by the hand or lead someone, guide someone, and you feel like, and you're not talking about it, and you're not doing anything about it, and you're not thinking about, I mean, this is what you need to work on, right? So you need to talk about this quest that you are being asked to go on, or leading someone on a quest, and a clarity quest, like, a clear quest of where to go, show someone the way, and also working on your gossip. All right, so working on gossiping, okay? Don't work on you gotta work on that. You gotta work on that, Saggies. Stop talking about your friends, all right? Stop talking about everybody. Yeah, all right, Saggies, I'm sorry, but I have to do this. But like, so when someone needs you, or if you're this person here, then if there's, if you feel like you need to take someone under your wing and kind of show them the way, then that's your quest, right? And if you're being asked to go on a quest with someone, um, on a clear path in your life, very clear, honest path in your life, something that's going to be a little bit greener than the others, there's two options there, but so you need to work on that, communicating that. If you're wanting to go on a path with someone, or take someone on a path, lead someone in a positive path, bless you, honey. Um, you need to work on your heart chakra and expanding what this energy is that you're thinking about, Saggies. So work on the gossip part, okay? I'm not making this up. I'm not saying words that aren't there. They're there. So when someone tells you something, you don't go tell someone else just to talk about stuff, okay? Some people thrive on that, and that is not going to help nobody, right? So if you're honest, and if you're looking for knowledge, if you're this little person here and you're looking for, clarity, there is someone out here that can show you the way, right? So you got to work on that, and you got to work on learning how to expand, right? There's guilt here as well. So trust that all is well, you know. Forgive, forgive. Maybe you feel like you could have helped, more, like when you were home, like, like this is like a mother-child kind of thing, right, Sagittarius? So maybe you're feeling, so see things from it's about your perception of it, okay? So some things are mystical, some things are not seen, but they're mysteries. Like spirituality is a mystery. Yeah. All right, let's see. What is this quest for Saggies? What is the quest here? What is this? And it's also the throat chakra. So if you're wanting to, you know, take someone under your wing, or if you want someone to guide you, you need to talk about that. All right? So you need to talk about that, not gossip about it, but talk about it, right? So let's see. What is the quest here for Saggies? What is this? We got the Lovers and the Queen of Wands. So it's a decision about. This is a decision about like a spiritual thing. So also love. So it says, how can I celebrate the love in my life today. Okay, so this is the lovers. You could be dealing with a Gemini as well. That's the quest. And then here's your natural confidence is the key, that you. Oh wait, what the heck? I can't see. Man, I can't. I wanted to read this. This is the Queen of Wands, by the way. But I just wanted to give you the keywords too. Your natural confidence is a talent you can call upon always. You're very talented uh, with that fire in your chart. You're vibrant. So you can always call on your spirit or your spirit guide, you know? So this person, if this is you, then this is you. But if this is someone else, then you can always call up on this person to give you the right advice, right? And maybe teach you how to celebrate love right where you are and every day. This could be that quest that you need to speak about. What is this gossip here about when it comes to the heart chakra, when it comes to Saggies? What is this gossip when it comes to about your heart? What is this gossip when it comes to your heart? So lead with your intelligent emotions. Like lead with your intelligent emotions. That's how you can love today and be, in a loving, kind energy. Says you need to support yourself before you can support others. This is also a masculine water sign, or it could be Aquarius or Pisces. But you need to support yourself before you can support others. So, like, if your emotions, when you talk about like love and stuff like that, if very immature and stuff like that, then that's gossip, right? But if it's intelligent communication, then that is wise love advice, right? Why is the King of Cups here? Emotional intelligence. What's this here about when it comes to the... Yeah. So abundance, and this is also, it says enjoy the results of all of your hard work. So being independent as well, standing on your own 2 feet, like not be codependent on anybody. This is going to help you too. How can you expand and overcome guilt and see things from a different perception? Have a different perception. How can you expand this idea? By going, this is the page of, or this is the Knight of Wands. Whatever you want, do it now. So that's how you can expand this energy and create with someone else by sharing communication, talking about it, and then doing it. Like if you're really excited about something, then do it. Where's this? Where's the Knight of Wands here with the guilt and the expansion for Saggies? Balance things out. Generosity. Make sure things are fair. Sharing your success. Build more success. So when you're sharing it with others, you're building more with others because you're working together with others, right? That's teamwork makes the dream work, right? And then it's not then you don't have to stand on your own feet. Then you don't have to be always independent. Then it's also like a balanced shared success, right? When there's multiple people working on it, then you don't have to feel guilt. You don't have to feel like you're a charity case. You deserve it, right? So that's how you do this. So if you're excited about something, be generous, share your success, share your knowledge, and then make more of it. Final message here for Saggies. Lead with your heart. Lead with intelligent emotions as well. Passion. Lead with your passion. Express your creativity and compassionate, loving emotions. So like whatever makes you happy, express it. Like what do you like to do? What creative idea brings you happiness? This is going to help you to move forward if you've been feeling stuck, okay? So yeah, you are strong and full of energy, ready to take on the world, okay? So it says your success is in the face of difficulties. That is where you need to make that decision. Do you want it or not? So go get it. Sagis. All right, that's what you got. Already. All right, now we're going to go. I went Sagis first and then instead of Scorpio. Listen to that. Like Sagis tricked me again. Sagis done that before. Now I have to mark it. So then I remember that's Sagis. So instead of Scorpio, that's Sagis in Scorpio's place. And then Scorpio is going to be in Sagis' place. All right, now we're going to do Scorpio then. I don't know why that happened. It happened before already too. I don't know why that happens. Healing is very important. You're right. Well, thank you for thank you. I appreciate your positive words in the chat, guys. So Capricorn, I mean Cap. Now I'm gonna go to Capricorn and miss Scorpio. You can't do that. 126.49. 126.49. For Scorpio. Okay, I had to write it down all the way. All right, let's see. What chakras do Scorpios need? What chakras do Scorpios need? The quest, huh? So you got a quest to go on too. So you need to heal, your mind as well. And don't think everybody's there to trick you, okay? You may have had a lot of bad situations when it comes to, showing people love. They may have just taken from you. You may feel like everybody's always just trying to take from you, right? But you have this quest, this honest quest to go on in your life, or to be guided on a quest in your life. Give me one more card, angels. Thank you. And I feel like for some of you, you've been very impatient. You've been feeling like you can't reach the world, and you're trying to reach the world, and you feel like you're being tricked, But I feel like that what you're feeling is just grief, okay? You're feeling the grief. So you're not being tricked, it's grief. Right? There's grief is really strange. Really strange. Telling you. I know. So we can learn from it. We can learn a lot from it. On this quest that you're being asked to go on or take, be guided on a quest. It says take your time to think before you act. Yeah, when you make a decision, don't decide very quickly, because that could lead you into the trickery that you're thinking about, right? So think before you take action. Really think. Again, this is also about resting your mind, making sure that your mind is rested when you're making a decision. Because when your mind is all like unrested and all over the place, it's hard to make a decision. So what is this quest that you're being asked to go on or take someone on? It's the Ten of Swords in reverse, okay? So the Ten of Swords in reverse, it says can't get worse, only upwards, recovering, regenerating, rising, and invisible. So the worst is now behind you, basically, okay? It already said it in the angel messages. You are surmounting any previous challenges. So It can't get any worse than it already did, okay? So you've been already tricked by the worst, and this is when it comes to your heart, your love, some big bully came and, took from you, from the little chickmunk, right? Came and stole from the little chickmunk, right? When it comes to your heart. So that has already happened. Somebody has already done the worst to you, right? So now you're healing that, and you're moving away from that kind of energy. Could have been Aquarius, air sign, Gemini, Taurus as well is here, but it doesn't have to be just the King of Swords on this deck. The King of Swords is actually a Gemini and a Taurus. But you think things through from all perspective. That's the King of Swords. So it's showing me that you, Scorpio, you may have Gemini in your chart as well. But the worst has already happened. Now, don't take things with you when you leave, right? Don't take the mental shit with you, right? So it says that you think things through from all perspective. So you could have somebody like that could help you, may guide you through this. That could be someone that is helping you go on this quest, and you may be going on the quest with this person that thinks things through from all perspective before they make a decision. And it says be careful of what you take with you when you move away from your problems, okay? So leave them behind. All right, so don't be impatient, have patience. Let's see, how can you have more patience while working together? All right, reach out for help when you need it, okay? So when you're feeling impatient, speak to someone that and ask for help. I'm sure they would say yes, you know. If you ask for me for help, I would always say yes. So say reach out. So this is teamwork, right? Teamwork up there. There's also Capricorn energy. This is about responsibilities, right? So if you're having a lot of responsibilities and you're feeling like you can't reach your goals, then ask for help, right? How can you overcome the grief and be open with your heart again? How can you open your heart again? Be more open with your heart. Scorpios. Love yourself unconditionally. Open your heart and receive the emotions around you. That's how you can open up your heart and heal, is receive the positive emotions around you. This is going to help you to heal grief. And it says be careful of your imagination. Doesn't cause you to see things that are not really there. Okay? Because grief does that too. All right, so I flipped it over. I said final advice here. Take action and, to step into your powerful power here. Step into your power. It says your natural confidence is the talent that you can call upon always. Your natural confidence is your talents that you can call upon always. So you're very confident and you can call upon that. It says speak your mind to solve your problems. Be clear about what you desire and what you don't desire. And here's your card right here, 13, but it's also the death card, which is Scorpio's card. And this is about that transformation that you've gone through. It says that personal growth always means leaving something behind, right? So leave behind the burdens that, that made you move away from a situation, right? That ended very painfully. Okay? So you have a quest to go on. And everything happens for us, not to us. It's strengthening us to, we have to go through things to strengthen us for our path ahead. Yeah. Now we're going to move on to Capricorns. Thank you guys for all being here. I appreciate it. 9 people in here still. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Now Cappies. All right, 134.43. 134.43. We have 2 more after that, and we're done for the day. And I hope everybody had a good having a good Sunday already. So I think on Sundays I'm going to do always, every Sunday I'm going to come on here and do like some type of oracle reading, okay? So this Sunday it was chakras. Next Sunday it's going to be something else. All right, next Sunday I might do something. I don't know. I won't say anything, I guess. I don't know yet. All right, let's see. Capricorns, what is chakras? You need to work on self-worth. First one that came out, Capricorns. You need to love yourself. Make sure you put that time into yourself, that you put into others. Trust that you need to love yourself, all right? Trust that it's okay to love yourself. And also have more faith in the people that can help you. Teamwork makes the dream work. So like a healing community, one person may be an earth sign, one person may be a water sign, one person may be a fire sign, and one person may be an air sign. So that's like teamwork, that's all the elements that you need to create. So learn to have more faith in the divine. And you also need to come out of your isolation more. Yeah, you got to work on that. And so having gratitude and also being more forgiving. All right, there's may have been some endings in your life too, some completions. And so having gratitude for maybe your mother, or for a mother in your life, having gratitude, forgiveness, right? Let's see. What is how can you learn to have more self-worth, Capricorn? How can you learn to have more self-worth, Capricorn? I cannot see the writing on the wall. I cannot see the writing on the wall. Overcommitting and disorganized, or so basically if you are if you're always helping others and you're not taking time for yourself, that's going to make you unbalanced. And that is so do for yourself more. You are somebody that is overcommitting, somebody that may be making promises, and then you find it hard to keep those promises because you haven't put any time for yourself, right? Time is valuable. So find that balance between helping others and helping yourself, okay? So how can you have more faith? And or wait, how can you find this balance in your life? You got your eye on a goals and you are enjoying every moment of it. So when you love something that you're doing, you're very enthusiastic about something that you're doing. Do some things for yourself like that. It makes you very excited. Yeah. Yeah, it leads to discovery and unlimited potentials. So that's how you're going to find your balance. Do some things for yourself that excite you. Because then it's not going to make you feel like, oh, I'm always doing this. You know what I mean? So that's why people sometimes don't think about their own self-worth when they're so exhausted because they've done everything for everyone else. And they're drained. So how can they even have any excitement after they're drained, right? Let's see. How can you have more faith that you can work with the other people? Believe in your personal power. Believe in your own personal power. And planning progress and making decisions, discovering, leaving home, or traveling. So sometimes you need to get out of your comfort zone to do these things, like, follow your faith and follow your spiritual path. Sometimes you need to get out of your house. Did I say that? You also need to make plans, maybe travel. So yeah, you need to get out of your isolation. All right, how can you come out of isolation? How can we get you out of isolation? But yeah, making a choice on where you wanting to go as well. On a maybe on a spiritual retreat. Let's see, how can you come out of your isolation and maybe plan a spiritual retreat? Ooh, that's a lot of cards. So how can you maybe talk to family, but don't don't be so believe in yourself. Have have the courage to continue, okay? So you're very resilient. Be careful that your imagination doesn't cause you to see things that aren't there. Um, but this is also like, okay, so see all of the things that you've already gone through. Like, see the failures, see them for what they are, and come out of your isolation. And you don't know how you don't know your own strength until you are tested, right? So, how can you come out of your isolation and go after what you want in your life and heal this? Having faith and working with others, having gratitude. Avoid conflict, avoid conflict, respecting differences, and agreeing to disagree, or diversity. So basically, just because you don't agree with everything someone says doesn't mean that there has to be a fight, right? So yeah, you do, there's good things that you remember too. So focus on the positive things. Focus on the positive nostalgia. So don't think like, oh, I don't want to fight. Well, there's not going to be any fighting if there's not going to be any fighting if you're thinking about this, right? Like if you're thinking about the good times, but don't overthink it. Like don't think about something that's not there or something that you know is not possible, right? All right, let's see. Yeah, don't make it worse than it was. Like if something ended, it's finished. Better or worse, it's finished, right? What's the final message here? Ooh, that's a lot of cards. All right, we have Mahal 7-7. What does that mean? Don't go back to it. Yeah. Yeah, if something ended and it was very painful, don't go back to see if it can hurt you again. Oh, yeah, exactly. But come out of your isolation. If something, if you're afraid of coming out of isolation, just know that something ended already. And so all you can do is now is remember the good times, right? Remember the good things. All right, final message for gratitude here. Be grateful for everything. I'm grateful for all the lessons in my life. So for the gratitude part here, we have take your time, think things through, take moderate approach, and you will achieve your dreams, okay? Never rush things. And find your balance, moderation. Everything is moderation. So what what does fake off mean? If you're in here to be rude, then you need some healing. Go get that done. In here doing saying words like that, gonna be blocked, okay? So behave yourself. Go do some healing. All right, now we're going to move on to Aquarius. You don't come in here and be rude. That is the selfish thing to do, and that could bring your own karma. Like if you're rude in a chat, there's healing going on, and you come and disrupt it with your negative energy, then you're gonna get karma. So be careful what you say in chat. So I'm protecting all the people in my chat here that are here to heal, and if there's any trolls that are being in here and being a dick, then they're gonna get their karma. Because the angels are here too. Forget that. The archangels are here. You can't see them, but they can see you. All right, let's go to Aquarius. I'm never here by myself when I do the reading. Do you think I would take that on by myself? No, that'd be crazy. 14607. 4607. Fina, Sage, stop. Quiet. Stop it. All right, let's go to Aquarius. What does our Aquarius need to heal? All right, Aquarius is Sun, Rising, and Venus. What do Aquarius need to heal? Bittersweet. Happy birthday to all the Aquariuses. I'm sorry I have not been doing all the birthday readings and stuff. I will eventually. All right, let's see. What else do Aquariuses need healing? What chakras do Aquarius need healing? Disappointment. Despondent. You feeling ignored? One more card for Aquarius. Abundance. That's beautiful. So, bottom of the deck shows me that you're dealing with some grief. You know, you may have lost an animal, a dog, or, chose a puppy, right? I know a lot of people that have lost animals in the last year, and I was one of them too, so my heart goes out to everybody that's lost their pets and family, So we have bittersweet. So somebody may have missed your birthday, Aquarius. Happy belated birthday, okay? So all the Aquariuses I know, if I didn't say happy birthday to you, happy birthday. Happy belated birthday. So bittersweet. So this is something you need to heal. Maybe, sometimes people don't call us on our birthday and hurts our feelings, or not very many people remember our birthdays, and that can be sometimes they make up for it later, so that could be bittersweet. So that could be what needs to heal here with you. And this is like speaking about that. And also despondent, you may have felt ignored, or you may have felt ignored by your mother, or your mother may have felt ignored by you. um, um, but there is abundance here, that you're sitting on abundance. You and someone here are sitting on abundance, and you may not even know it. You may even fall through the floor and then realize all the abundance that's underneath you. But there's a lot of happiness. So you need to heal that makes you realize that you have the happiness, right? You already have the happiness. But when you're healing, when you're in your healing stage and grief stage, sometimes you don't see the abundance you already have, because sometimes it doesn't even matter. That doesn't even matter. It's sometimes it's the people that we miss. It's not even the things, right? It's people. So that sometimes when we're in grief, just because we have a lot of abundance doesn't mean that they're going to make us happy, right? Because we still miss those people that we're grieving, right? So that's what I see here. Maybe missing someone, or maybe someone missed your birthday, right? Let's see. What is this bittersweet here that we need to heal for Aquarius? So this is the Emperor. So own your own your space with confidence. Own your space with confidence. So really ground yourself. Really know that you are you are worth everything. Just because of the bittersweet, like someone didn't remember your birthday or they didn't call you on your birthday, doesn't mean that that you're not worth them calling you or that you're not worth that, okay? So you need to learn that. Own your space. You need to grant, like, look, Empress too. Like, if you're male or female, you are worth everything. You can do anything you set your mind to. And you're happy and you want to be happy with results. Yeah, you want to be happy with results. You miss talking on your phone? I miss seeing people in real life. It's all I do is talk on the phone with people I know. Like, you know. Except for my friend came to visit me yesterday. So we have the choice here. Maybe you want to go on a trip. Maybe you want to travel to go see somebody. Maybe you miss someone. Maybe someone feels ignored by you. Maybe you want to go travel and see them. Believe in your own personal power. So, somebody may think of the world of you, right? See, so this person thinks the world of you. You are their world. They think very highly of you. So you need to think very highly of you. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little bit tired. All right, see, what is this abundance that you're not seeing that's going to help you heal as well? Balance, that you have everything you need. Fairness, balance in your life. You have everything you need. You have justice. Use your intuition to set your own moral compass. What are you okay with? What are you not okay with, right? If you feel ignored by people, then speak your mind. Tell them that you're not okay with that. People don't know how to change it if they don't know how you feel. You got to communicate that, right? So somebody may have been holding back. What is this grief here? Grief is the grief that you're feeling, like answering the call to actions, create new opportunities. So this is judgment. So think things through before you act. So this is leading you somewhere. This is leading you somewhere. How can you heal from this grief that you're going through? Speak your mind to solve your own problems. Speak about talking about our grief will help us heal. So speak about it. So if you're grieving, speak about it. Also, we have happy family. Everything you have planned has worked out in your life. And you learn to always expect the unexpected, right? You're always ready now. You're always prepared because you know how to think things through before taking action, and reach out for help when you need it. Reach out to people when you need help. So that's what I got for you. And let's get to Final message here for first Aquarius. Final message. Everything that you work for, everything you've learned and all the work that you have put into it, um, looking back on all of you have done and achieved gives you the learning to set you free, to set your goals. Gives you the knowledge to set your goals. Yes. And then we have you may want to go back to school for some of you. It says all the answers that in life that are within you. So you are the hermit now. You are learned. You have learned from everything that you've done. You have learned from it. So now you have the faith. You have the strength. You have the inner strength now. Aquarius, you have the inner strength now. You speak your mind and solve your own problems, is what you do now. So, that is beautiful. All right. Pisces is last but not least. It's lagging. Mm. Well, I don't think it's the tablet because it doesn't use that much power. Yeah, when we learn from others and we don't have to go through it ourselves. In a lot of things in life, I'd rather learn them from others than have done them myself. And a lot of things that I have learned, I'm glad I learned it from someone else. And I'm sad that those people did those things, but I learned from it. Yeah, you're right. And I'm glad I'm not that person, those people. All right, Pisces is last but not least, 157.33. 157.33. You know, I am one of the few. I'm one of the few. Right now I only know as myself as one of the ones. I'm only one that of the tarot readers, spiritual light worker readers, whatever, that does actually focus on grief healing. I am the only one that I know. So if you guys know anybody else that's like me, that does the type of healing like me, that focus more on healing grief, let me know. I'd like to work with that person. All right. Let's see. Because I let my journey in my life lead me to this and everything I learned along the way. All right, see, Pisces, what is it that you need to heal when it comes to your chakras? Pisces, what do you need to heal when it comes to your chakras? Oh yeah, and if anybody like to donate to my channel, it is pretty much a non-profit channel right now. I really appreciate that. And PayPal is in the only thing I have is PayPal, so it is in the description. All right, tell me more about Pisces. Tell me more about Pisces that they need to work on. Okay, so what I see here, Pisces, for some of you, it's all about your perception. It's all about your perception. Sometimes you may feel you may be going through some confusion right now because you have to release something here, okay? So something that leaves you confused all the time, you have to release that. So here I see the despondent. So you may have a child, or you may be the child that feels ignored. or you may have a child that may feel ignored by you. And the reason they may feel that way is because you're hanging on to grief, and you need to release that grief and give it to God, give it to the angels, and know that whatever happened was a fated event. Like whatever happened was a fated event that happened, okay? So see, it's all about the perception of it. How do you, it's about how you see it from your heart, right? And you may be confused sometimes, but as you're confused, you have like someone that's protecting you, like help hugging you when you're feeling alone. You're not alone. All right. Let's see. What is despondent here for Pisces when it comes to healing? This is also your spirit, so side, your spiritual side. So the despondent card here shows me that you got your eye on a goal, and you're enjoying every moment of it. So you're doing something very exciting that is exciting to you. So you may, so okay, so you have, what I see here is that there's something very that excites you very much, like something that's very exciting to you. And you may be doing something that's very exciting. You may be planning and doing something that's very exciting. You may also have somebody that may feel like spiritually ignored by you. Maybe you have a daughter or a child that may would like to, talk to you about that kind of stuff, right? Because that's what I see here. Because they think the world of you. They think the world of you. And you may have been really busy with something that you're really excited about, right? So it may not be purposeful that they may feel ignored, but you may be staying busy, right? And not and maybe you feel like you have to hold on to something very tightly, but you don't, because you have enough. You have enough to be stable, grounded, and down to earth. All right. So, what is the despondent? What is this despondent energy talking about for Pisces? So, somebody wants to talk to you about a successful new offer, like to start something here. Somebody here, and it's going to bring a lot of like peace and comfort, and it's not going to leave you out. You're not going to be left out. Queen of Swords here as well. You're not going to be left out. And if you've dealt with like a lot of things that, you move to calmer waters, things will turn in your favor as well. And you're going to be standing on your own 2 feet as well. Like you're going to be very independent. Let's see. What do you need to release here? What do you need to release for this new offer to happen? For this new successful offer to happen, Pisces? Don't let your emotions get in the way of you doing what you want to do. So don't allow emotions to get in your way of what you're wanting to do. And this is something that is teamwork. So this is something do you want to work on. Don't let your emotions, or like even if somebody, don't let like your emotions, like if somebody needs to say sorry, don't let that hold you back from something that could be very successful, just because someone didn't say sorry, or you know what I mean, or apologize, or like or there's stubbornness going on, right? So harmony. Don't let your emotions get in your way of what you're wanting to do. Creative opportunities, intuitively manifest, so this is teamwork here. It says reach out for help when you need it. So this is going to help you to release these thoughts, okay? Like always thinking about that, all right? We don't need, just because that's happened doesn't mean that we always need to think about that. So staying busy with doing something that is creative and it helps you to stay busy with your mind and exciting to you, that's going to bring success, that is exactly what you need to do. All right. And you already know this. Your intuition is already telling you this. What is the final message here for Pisces that's going to help Pisces with something that was meant to happen? With this new success, because of what you went through, this new success. Personal growth always means leaving something behind. So leaving behind the grief, the sadness, the grief. You need to leave that behind because that is the end. That was the end, right? So this is going to open more doors for you. Step back from everything to gain perspective. To gain perspective. That was here too. The perspective card. Perspective. Yeah. Perception and perspective. And really think about what it is that makes you really excited. Listen to your inner voice when making a decision. Take time take time out to focus, and the answer will come to you. All right? And this is about finding that, that comfort in your life. Be ready for anything, any opportunity you have worked for. Be ready for any opportunities you work for. Wow. I made it through the readings, guys. This is something that's going to take a while to gain the momentum because it is 12 signs, and I do like to give a little bit of a detailed reading, especially with doing healing readings. I can't just wait. I can't just stop in the middle of cliffhangers in the reading and say, well, if you want to know more, you got to get a personal reading. I can't just do that. But if you want a personal session with me, you would really enjoy it, and it would really help you to heal one-on-one. And I would love to do that with people. And I'm actually working on creating a space outside of my home for people to come and have sessions with me and have one-on-one healing sessions with me. And I can't wait for that to come in and be in fruition. So, yeah. I just waiting for some more resources in my life so that that can happen for me. So that I can help all of you guys in person too, like some of you guys in person. I know that I reach all over the world, but at least I will be able to reach the people, like help the people that are near me, like starting with, my own town and surrounding areas. Anybody that wants to have a healing session with me, that would be so much fun. I think that would be a lot of fun for me to start doing that. So I can't wait for that to happen. But until then, I'm going to keep coming on to the YouTube channel, and I still would do that even if I did do like it as like, like a place where a business and I did that. I still want to do my YouTube channel. I always want to do my YouTube channel. I love doing this. I love connecting with people from everywhere. Anyways, thank you guys so much. And tomorrow, when the video has processed, this video will be time stamped, and you can go check. Anybody that has not checked out the last video I did yesterday, go check that one out. That one is a lovey-dovey one. There's a lot of love situations in that one, a lot of romance in that one. So go check that one out. And have a great day, guys. Happy Sunday. And have a great week. And I'll see you on Monday. Bye, y'all. Peace out.